Today we're going to make a framed design that uses the union feature. The design should be 2 inches by 2 inches. When I select this completed design, I see that it's exactly 2 inches by 2 inches. Cool, so I'm going to make a circle frame and make that exactly 2 inches by 2 inches so that it's a perfect circle. Now here, my width is 2 and my height is slightly larger than 2, and I'll not be able to make them agree and be the same until I click the unlock there and then change that to 2, hitting enter. Now it's a perfect circle, and when I click the lock there, it will stay a perfect circle if I scale it, but I do not want to scale it because these stickers need to be exactly 2 inches by 2 inches so that I can get full credit for meeting that design criteria. Now what I'm going to do is make a second copy of this circle, Command C, Command V to copy and paste. Or I could have made a second circle, but then I would have had to go through and make sure it was perfect again. What I'm going to do now is make this slightly smaller. So I'm going to make it 1.75 wide, and then the height will be the same. And then I'm going to place it right on top of the other. I will use the Align and Distribute tool that's in the Object menu. Align and Distribute opens up over here, and I'm going to center these horizontally and vertically on each other. I had it set relative to the page, so that's why it moved it to the center of the page. I'm going to go to the Object Fill and Stroke menu and bring that opacity down a little bit, which allows me to see what's going on where I have one circle and another one on top of it, so I can kind of see what's going on there. So now, in order to make this a frame, so I have 2 circles and they are perfectly aligned with one another, I am going to, first I don't actually think I need to do object to path first. I think I could just go straight to exclusion. Bam, yes. And then that makes it a solid shape. And I want to make a spiral and show you the other way to make a frame, which is by making the stroke to path. So when you first make a spiral, it looks like a full spiral like that, but I moved it out because we do need something to work as the frame. I just want to show you how you can use different shapes to make this happen. And so a spiral will work, but in order to have this be a solid that will work as a frame, we will need to go to the stroke style and make it much thicker. I am going to make it 1/4 inch thick. That's too much because I can't see the spiral nature of it. Okay, that works better. So that shape there will work as a frame. But in order to make it cut properly, I will need to use a different tool to turn it into paths. If I was to do object to path, I would just get that spiral cut. But doing stroke to path makes a shape around the outside of those lines that I can see. So stroke to path, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the fill menu and remove the fill and give it a stroke paint so you can see what we've done there. I like to make this hairline so we can see. So that's the shape that I have now, and I can fill it in with a color just to, to kind of see what it would look like. That's what I did here. Now the thing is, when you do stroke to fill, it does make the shape a little larger. So you're going to want to go back up here and make sure that it's 2 inches by 2 inches still. That's why when I went up there, it was a little bit more because I had done that method. So that's a little bit, and so what I'm going to do is unlock that and make it 2 inches. That's so that I can meet the criteria for the assignment. So I'm going to trace bitmap on the hummingbird. I had invert image for my skull, so I don't want that. Apply. So there's my hummingbird. I am going to click the lock there so I won't change its size. And I think I was going to put the hummingbird here on this one. Double click it to get a rotation. Oh no, it doesn't really look like a hummingbird anymore because they do kind of fly like that. I think I'll make it a little bigger, so you have to fiddle around with it, and so that you get the feel of the thing, but that it touches the frame in multiple places. That's not really a lot of touching, but maybe I just need to bring the hummingbird to the circle, and it's not. Like that. And honestly, if you wanted to go over the frame, that's okay. This will work. And so here's the key. We have this image, it's vectorized, and we have the outside image vectorized, and now we can go to the path menu and hit union. If you produce this properly, it will work. If you did not, if you didn't do the combine on here, or you didn't do object to stroke on here, it will not work. And so that's why I recommend this process. I'm gonna put the vulture on the spiral. All right. Now notice how if I don't use the union feature and I go to the fill, X out the fill, bring in that stroke color. I really wanted to X out that fill. This is what we got. Try again, okay? But now when I use that union tool, path, union, we can see that I got my cute little sticker. So all of these fulfill the criteria being, oh, it got a little bigger. What happened? I thought I fixed that. Well, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh, it actually could have been the stroke on there that made it. That wasn't real. Anyways, that's the idea.